Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Discover Your Intuitive Self. And I am your host, Brenda Reading. Yes. Welcome to 2021. And you say, Brenda, what are you doing? You got on a flannel shirt today for your first live show of the new year. Well, there's a reason for that, my psychic friends. Yesterday was especially difficult, and that's okay, right? It was especially difficult probably for all of you intuitives and empathic people out there that may be listening. And so I wanted to start the show today with how I dealt with my need for self-care today as an intuitive and as an empath, okay? And that meant that I went and found my very soft, very comfy, very warm flannel shirt. I know it sounds crazy and it sounds a little childish. However, it works for me. And this is the year 2021, the year of transformation. When you do numerology on the year 2021, you add the digits together, the 2 plus the 2 and the 1, and you get a 5. And 5 is the number of change, unexpected events. It's the number of humanity, your 5 senses. Your 5 senses, right? Our psychic senses. This is our year, peeps. This is our year. Your 5 fingers, your 5 toes. Also the combination of the 4 elements, right? Plus spirit. That's what we're all about. So I thought, given that yesterday was a highly charged, energetic day, okay, let's just give it that connotation. Many of you may be having some physical manifestations from yesterday, and that could include being exhausted, having body aches, change in your appetite, having emotional feelings, maybe wanting to cry or feeling depressed, maybe some extra brain fog in my case. And so I suggest to you that already the year of 2021 and this year of transformation, that you get really good at self-care, okay? And for you, that may be getting extra rest. That may be making sure that you're eating good food, drinking more water, just simple things that sometimes we forget to do in our busy lives. Maybe for you, it's a certain essential oil that makes you feel calm and relaxed. Or maybe it's listening to a certain type of music that gives your soul that rejuvenation and quietness that you look for. For me, my friends, today it was my flannel shirt. So that's what I'm about today. And I told my friend when I talked to Barb, right? You guys haven't heard about Barb in a while. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do my show in my flannel shirt. She's like, you should, because that's how you feel today. You wanted to wear that shirt to make you feel better, and you should. You have to speak your truth and be your authentic self. So that's what we are. We're flannel. Anyways, so let's go on to talk more about this wonderful year of transformation that we're hopping into, right? It's also the year of adventure and making important choices. So my question to you, my beautiful psychic friends, is what if tomorrow you chose to believe? What if you wake up tomorrow and you just decide, I'm going to believe that you are extraordinary? Yes. How would that change your world if you allowed yourself to believe that you are extraordinary? And I say this because meaning extraordinary in the way that you were all of you, myself included, born with these extraordinary gifts that we have. Let's just think about this for a minute, because I have been telling you about this for months now, right? And you can do what you want to do, right? And that you already have these abilities and about your intuition and your connection with spirit. We've been talking about that. And that you just need to remember and become aware again, right? And why do I say that you just need to become aware again? Well, that brings me to a topic about children, okay? Let's talk about children for a minute. They're born perfect, no preconceived ideas of what is right, what is wrong. We teach that to them, depending upon our own belief systems. And where did we get those belief systems? Are they 100% from our own experiences? I don't think so. Some of it was given to us from our parents, from the people that we have been brought up around, right? Was it purely our own personal experience of our world? No. And I'm going to give you some examples of why I believe that we are all born extraordinary. And I'm going to talk about my grandchildren for a minute. One of them at age 2.5, okay? We were in the living room and the Christmas tree was up. And she pointed to a Christmas angel ornament that was on the tree. And she said, "Look, Bun, that is how I looked before I got here." Now, my grandchildren call me Bun. That's a whole nother conversation. However, the point is, this child, 2.5 years old, right? No preconceived notions of what is real, what isn't real, what is right, what is wrong, tells me that this is what she looked like before she got here. Now, I didn't tell her that that was wrong. I was quite amazed at the conversation, but I just let it be what it was. And it was just a moment of extraordinary imagination, or was it true? Who am I to say? So another one of my grandchildren was over at my house and we were playing in the living room, and she kept looking over into the corner of the room. And I asked her, I said, "What are you seeing?" And this was over a year ago. I go, what are you seeing in the corner of the room? And she just answers matter of factly, like, you're not seeing it? She says, "The little boy." And I said, "Oh," because when I looked over into the corner of the room, I couldn't see the little boy. Okay. And there was no physical little boy in my house. And I didn't grill her and say, "Oh, don't make up stories. Oh, you're lying to me. Oh, there's no little boy in the corner of the room." No. I just said, "Oh, okay." And then we kept playing. And then she looked back again over there and I noticed it and I said, "So is the little boy still there?" And she says, "No, he left." And I'm like, "Oh, so where did he go?" And she pointed up, like upstairs, up. And I go, "Oh." She goes, "He went up." I said, "Okay." And so I didn't tell her that she was making things up or anything like that, especially after the childhood, you know, when I lived the times that I lived through back when, we just didn't talk about that stuff. And so anyways, that was just another moment of how our children are they're not tainted with what is right and what is wrong, you know? So another one of my grandchildren had made the comment that he used to make the sandwiches for my husband when he was the dad, or he was big and my husband was small. Um, and yes, my husband's father has been on the other side many more years longer than my grandson has been on this planet. So the question is, was he just, making up a silly story or not? I mean, these are the things that who am I? All I know is it was a moment of, one of those moments that make you go, right? Hmm. Your eyebrow raises up. What's that about? So my point is, I mean, even babies, they look up into the corner of a room and they laugh and giggle and we don't see anybody there. But who's to say that they're not? What about the children that have imaginary playmates? We call them imaginary, right? Because we can't see them, right? But how do you know they're not really playing with Bob or they're not really playing with, another little girl or something in spirit? We don't know that because, we've been told that this isn't right and this isn't true but they haven't been told those things. So they're perfect. They're untainted. They're extraordinary, right? Because they haven't been made otherwise. So what if we allowed our children to stay extraordinary? What if we just allowed their gifts to develop at their own speed? What if we allowed things to play out with no governors and no rules on those type of things, It's just hard to imagine how extraordinary they really truly could become. Maybe they wouldn't have to be 50 years old before they realized that the things that were happening were normal and they were their spiritual gifts given to them by God, right? So, what if you decided to push aside everything that you've been told regarding this, regarding your intuitive gifts, and even more so about who you really are? What if you just decided not to accept the people or the things that you were told that told you that you weren't good enough, or that you're not smart enough, or that you weren't pretty enough, or handsome enough, or you just didn't have what it takes, right? What if right now you accept what I'm telling you, that each and every one of you is an extraordinary being with a divine connection within, connecting you to the God of your understanding, and you are capable of infinite possibilities? How does that change your world? How does that change your tomorrow? Thoughts are things. Quantum mechanics has proven that. And let's go so far, I've brought it up before about talking about Dr. Masaru Emoto. He sent positive thoughts, prayers, if you will, to water thousands of miles away. And he physically changed the crystalline makeup of the water. So, what if beginning this year of 2021, the year of change, this year of transformation, you changed your mindset and allowed yourself to be extraordinary? You are now the only thing that is getting in the way of being who you really are. Trust me on this. Once you believe that you are an extraordinary being, the extraordinary will grace your life in miraculous ways. And if you stay on this ride with me, on this Discover Your Intuitive Self show, and listen, I will be sharing some of those extraordinary things that have graced my life once I accepted the fact that we are all extraordinary. So, if we have a caller tonight, we could take that caller. And I will just keep chatting away. What I do want to tell you is Sunday the 10th, I will be leading a guided meditation and message circle. And you can hop in on Zoom with us. It's through Santosha Holistic Center, and you'll find that on Facebook if you would like to register. It's at 11 o'clock in the morning, EST, but it's on Zoom, right? And it's really easy. We have a technical person that works with us, so if you need help, they can help you. But if you'd like to join me on Sunday at 11 o'clock in the morning for a guided meditation and message circle, I would love to have you. Okay? So let's talk to Melissa in Rochester. Rochester, New York, Melissa?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. So are you in Rochester, New York?
Yes, I am.
You're only an hour away. Heck, we could meet for coffee in Batavia if it wasn't for COVID, right?
I was just there yesterday.
See?
Small world.
Awesome. Yeah, except for I think the Bob Evans is gone, right? It's gone. So we'd have to find another place to sit and have some coffee and talk about how you're extraordinary, right?
I hope so. I mean, I try not to think of myself like that.
Oh no. I don't mean be full of yourself as having a massive ego. I'm talking about extraordinary in that you have extraordinary gifts that you have been given. Yeah.
Yes, so I have been told that, and all throughout my life, I've noticed things.
Yeah. Okay. So how can I help you tonight, Melissa?
I have been seeing this dear friend of mine for 1.5 years, on and off. I think he's emotionally anorexic, I like to say. But he also
I have never heard that term before. I have to write that down because that's different for me. Emotionally anorexic. That's something. Okay.
It is a real term, being emotionally
is it?
anorexic.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
But he has a progressive form of melanoma.
Okay.
And I love him. I love him very dearly. And I did today kind of played a reverse psychology, like, oh, I understand, if you still don't want to get close to one another, that's fine with me because I don't think I can basically be with someone right now in my life. So I'm hoping that kind of puts a light bulb in his head, like, what just happened? She turned the tables on me. So, I mean, I don't want him to think that he doesn't have that much long to live anyways, because that's a reason why he shouldn't be in a relationship. But I do want to be in a relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I've been through marriages, and I don't want to be alone.
I think he's trying to protect you. That's what I think it is, because he definitely cares for you too. I can feel that, I mean, I just think he's trying to protect you, but in the meantime, it's like you're both tiptoeing around it, but yet you both secretly want it,
Mhm. Because his best friend is a female, which I don't mind. I'm not one of these jealous types. At our age, of course, we're going to have friends of the opposite sex. But there's something about her.
What are you, all of 40?
I'm 49.
Really? Okay, you have a very young sounding voice, so I'm thinking like, yeah, at our age, I'm thinking, okay, baby, you're not that old. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. It's the shirt. It's the shirt.
No, that's okay.
All right. Yeah. So he has another friend. I don't think it's that he's serious on her and he's not on you. I don't think that's it. Mm-mm.
Okay. And then
is that what you were going to ask me?
Yeah, because they tell everyone that they're just friends and they don't do stuff together, like sexually or anything like that, but they are always together.
Because it's safe. Like, for him, it's safe. See what I mean? He's in a place, I'm feeling, that he's afraid, right? So this is safe for him, hanging out with this person who's his friend, which is, there's no pressure, there's no, what about the future? It just is what it is in the moment, right? So I think if you can sit down with him and just be completely honest and truthful about how you feel and tell him that all any of us have is right now, you know, is right now.
Well,
And that,
I told him in I told him in a Christmas card of all things. He knows I love him,
mhm.
and I told him I'm 49 years old. I want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a what is possibly going to happen. We've known each other long enough.
Mhm.
But that's one of the reasons why I sent him a text message today. Like, okay, we got to talk about what's going on with us because, um, if he can say that to me, I'm like, I'm going to say it right back. Give him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah. I think he's just trying to protect you. And being with his friend is safe, right? There's no extra pressure, there's no expectations. Um, but I think, I mean, we're here to experience, we're here to feel, we're here to learn. And if you can get him to, you know, accept that you're in it for whatever it is, however long it is, that maybe he'll be truthful back with his feelings too about it. I just feel a lot of fear on his part around the situation, and that he's mostly, just trying to protect you too, you know.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's what I
So,
kind of thought as well. But Tuesday he goes in for surgery, and he's just been very distant again.
well, you can send him, I mean, you can send him positive, thoughts and healing and send him your love via your emotion. You don't have to be in the same area, just like Reiki healing. It's like I just talked about it. I just talked about how Dr. Emoto sent his positive thoughts and his prayer, to the water, which was thousands of miles away, and it changed the crystalline shape of the water. Okay. So thoughts are powerful things. So you can send him your love through your thought, through your energy. And maybe, that positivity will seep in a little bit and he won't be so fearful and, realize that this is something he may want to pursue with you as well.
Okay.
Or you could just tell him to come meet for coffee someplace in Batavia and duke it out.
Oh, I would love to be able to meet you. That would be great. You're just a hop, skip, and jump.
No, I said your friend. Meet you. Of course, I would love to meet you too. I'm just saying, I said to meet you. This technology, right? It's great, but it's yeah. So meet your friend in Batavia. I was just kidding about the Batavia, but meet him and just
Yeah.
lay it on the line, baby, because it's like I'm hearing you got to lay it on the line because it's now or never.
Well, I don't care for his friend. I'll tell you what she did to him. She told him I had genuine feelings for him, but then she's trying to fix him up with her mother. I'm like, why would you do that, you shady person? that, that that's why I don't like her.
Oh, Melissa, the world, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I don't know. Would you like me to see if we can connect to any of your people on the other side to see if they have any advice for you?
Oh, that would be great. I've been thinking a lot about my grandmother, actually.
Gosh, don't give me any hints because I was just going to tell you I have a woman on mother's side stepping forward. Do you want to do my show, Melissa? Because we're supposed to let me do this. Yeah, so yeah, I have a woman stepping forward, and it feels like a grandmother energy because for me, because I'm trying to teach a little bit while we do this, she doesn't come in right here, she's another step over, okay, and for me, she's on this side, which is mother's side of the family. So I'm feeling like it's mother's, your grandma on mother's side. Does that resonate with you?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Okay. Yeah. She's got her hair pulled back in a ponytail, this woman. All right. So, this is how she's presenting herself to me. I feel like she would have been a very vibrant physically healthy woman in her younger days, okay? And would have liked doing physical things. Does that resonate with you, Melissa?
I know she used to travel a lot when she was younger.
Okay. Because, I mean, but
There's-
I feel like she's just throwing her hair in a ponytail because she's outside. You know what I mean?
I never knew my grandmother having her hair was always short and curly. I
Really?
never knew her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this one, it's like she doesn't have time to frimp it all up. She's just going. She's a goer, you know. So she throws it back, and she's out, and she's doing things, and she's talking about horses. Okay, so I don't know if she liked horses, but she's. I mean, I feel like she would have been someone that would have liked to do physical things like horseback riding, you know, hiking, that type of activity. You know, she would have been out and about and busy doing stuff. Like there's a big world out there, you know, there's a big world out there and I'm going to go do stuff. So that's how she feels to me. But
That sounds
so
like my mother's sister,
did
my
she have
aunt.
long hair that she threw in a ponytail?
Yeah, sometimes if her hair was much longer, she did.
So maybe we have her. That would be your mother's sister. Aunt, was she older than your mom?
Yeah, yeah.
Because yeah, so okay. So maybe that's who we have. It's mom's side of the family. She's got her hair. Was her hair white? I mean, like grayish white when she passed or before, because it just feels it's a light color, you know, that she's got in the ponytail. But
now I'm going to have to ask my mother if my grandmother used to put her hair up in a ponytail, because she's the one that had the white hair. I got the red hair from my aunt.
okay, well, I don't have a whole lot of time here, Melissa, so I'm going to tell you really quickly. She's saying, bet the farm, baby. Okay. So, you know, it's like if this is something you want, you have to go for it. You have to tell them how you're feeling and you have to do it. All right. And
Okay.
That's what she's talking about. Okay. And so I just want to, yeah. Did your aunt, did she like to ride horses and stuff? I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. So that must be who we had. All right. So anyways, yep. She comes in to give you that. She's going like this, 2 thumbs up. All right. So she wants you to just do it and be positive about it. And you might have to tell them more than once, she said. Okay. So don't give up on it. All right. And I just want to thank you for calling in tonight, everybody. I will see you next week and have a good week. I have a guest host next week. Her name's Sue Stush and she's fabulous. So thank you for tuning in and take care. Good night.